Have a lot of range at their disposal. Zeri plus Talia, a lot amount of poke, like they can play at range, they can leverage the fact that they can chip away, and they have a lot of zone control, as you also highlighted, Flowers. So contesting objectives, play around these neutrals is where I expect to see BLG be the most action-packed. And as we said at the start of this series,
you have to TP to be able to answer this.
Obviously, full clears from both junglers. Shun making his way down bot, stacked wave, they're looking for the dive.
All right, let's see it. Remember, Maokai can drop the aggro if he needs to, but it's not even going to be the point. They engage, the dive goes out, but they don't have the damage. Shun is low, Elk is low, but he's got the first blood, and they take down Pays. It's BLG first to strike.
Nice dive there. Pays almost outplaying. He was done.
Doran going to shove Bin back up in the top side. Meanwhile, mid, it's Chovy under pressure. Shun and Yagao finding some damage, but now things are going to turn around as Chovy applies the ulti, and Shun's in trouble with a flash follow-up coming out from Peanut. Shun down to 100 HP. He's taken out, and Chovy's the one getting him there. Gen G find one, but now they got to be careful because Elk and On have made their way into the scrap too. Gen G disengage, and Ty.
The relentless crowd control that was coming out from Gen G. Good target focus, but BLG, they're not done yet.
Yeah, Yagao rides the wall in, and Peanut's going to be the target. Remember, he already used the flash to make the play in mid, and Elk gets the punish thing. Is behind in terms of the matchup in the bottom lane, so BLG are coming into this with a game plan, and that game...
Bottom of this lane, you could be in trouble potentially.
He does have the ulti available on the Zeri, immediately popping that one. The Xayah goes up into the air. Peanut and Pays get some vengeance here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Elk tries to outplay it, but it was always going to be Peanut who actually took aggro. I think if he focused... Trying to poke and prod here, seeing if they can get into position. Here comes a TP from Chovy. It's going to be that bot lane tower.
Yep, Chovy had to TP to it. Remember, the teleport was not unleashed just yet, so he does have to still walk his way over here a little bit. Doran goes in. The Dragon's going to be claimed by Shun on the side of BLG. Delight is taken low, but he gets himself back out, but it's Peanut under pressure. It's Peanut down, and Doran's not going to be able to secure a kill into Elk back. Meanwhile, Pays goes up into the air. The feathers fly, but Gen G has to run. Elk surfs over the wall. Zap! And he grabs a second kill.
Well here, nicely done by Yagao, really making it difficult for Peanut to enter.
Oh, Bin thought he might have been able to grab the kill on Pays, but unfortunately for him...
I mean, the gold does look quite close. Hang on, there will definitely be a fight here. Shun.
They go in, they want to find Doran here at the very beginning. They lock him down, but they can't quite kill him just yet. BLG pop the top laner, and Gen G are stuck in a 4v5. They got to disengage. The Herald resets, and BLG are still looking for a little bit more here. Chovy using the claw to reposition himself back into mid lane with his AD carry, with his support. Clearing out some of the waves. BLG sending Bin and Shun back to the Rift Herald pit, back to the objective. Gen G and Peanut still hanging around. Smite available on both junglers. Chovy goes over the wall, here with a claw, looking to find his way in here. Yagao throwing out a little bit of damage. Seismic shove back onto Chovy, who already used the ult aggressively. Chovy's in danger. Elk is popping off. He's not going to grab the damage, and Pays goes in. Elk kills him instead. 80 carries traded back and forth, but Gen G are struggling here in the fight. BLG turning right back around. Some Portal combat goes the way of On, and BLG trade 2 for 2.
They are. Yagao gets a nice stun onto Doran, but Yagao underneath the turret.
This is
He's
trouble
dead.
for Yagao. Doran should pick this one up, no problem.
Oh, he missed!
Away. No, Doran messed it up, and BLG.
With a strong early game performance and dominating in the fights, they're looking for another.
Chovy gets stunned up. He can't take the claw out. The Lyssandra's about to melt as BLG continue to push forward, and Chovy's the first one to die. Now the aggro shifts over onto Doran with Shun leading the charge. They bring in the wall thanks to Yagao, and Peanut is stuck on the wrong side. He'll be thrown back too. Elk grabs another. 3 dead bodies in Gen G. Them to be the ones with the edge. Now they've got manpower in mid, trying to force down this tier 1 turret. But a teleport's coming in, and Nature's Grasp is flying out. Bin is teleported, but he's in the middle of everybody. He's trying to buy some time. He's going to be killed. Chovy's wasting the time of his opponents. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but Bin is
for this BLG team is they have a lot of damage dealers. I mean, there's even some Maokai AP. Obviously, it's a carry top. You have carry mid. You have carry bot, right? Like
you hope they overstep and you go for a punish. Or
this is what you hope for.
This is it. All right. Well, Delight is running up, seeing if maybe there's something to find here, but it doesn't look like there will be. Teleport showing up. That's what they wanted. They were trying to get the TP out. They'll find it from Doran, who's now at about half HP. Baron aggro still maintained, 4,000 HP, resetting back up to about 6K. BLG still maintaining pressure on the objective. Bin jumps forward, looking at Peanut, goes into the counter-strike, now activating the stopwatch. Baron's gonna go down, and BLG got it. Chovy gets away over the wall, but he's barely got any HP left. Gen G are running for the hills as Yagao goes forward and forces out the ulti from Pays. BLG, look, and now flashes in. Health bars are critically low, and Pays is critically dead. BLG are running them all down. 4 men in the dirt. Only Delight still stands, and BLG will march to the Nexus.
Who needs a recon when you can engage yourself on Zeri? Elk just fires himself into the middle of the team, flashes in, drops the ulti, and BLG will wipe Gen G from the map and march on the Nexus for game number 1.
We needed to see that aggro out of BLG. We needed to see ferocity out of these guys to go head-to-head with Gen G, and that's exactly what we got here in game number 1. They will bulldoze the base, take the first game, and lead this series.